the evidence will make clear that the object Relli alleged was a firearm was absolutely nothing more than a prop gun. The DA ended his opening statement saying, 12B will tell you that. He'll testify on behalf of Rocky and tell you that. Not just 12B. Multiple witnesses will tell you that. Not just 12B. Multiple witnesses will tell you that that was a prop gun. You'll learn that that was a prop gun, also called a starter gun, a blank gun, but it's a type of fake gun. It's used in prop movies and music videos. It's also used to scare off attackers by looking and sounding like a real gun, without actually firing a live round. The evidence will show you that Rocky, obviously I think you all know by now, is a high-profile person in the public spotlight, and he was a target. The evidence will show, in fact, that he was the victim of prior violence, which caused him to have to carry this. Victim of home invasions, victim of a stalker at that time, in November of 2021, victim of a slashing on his face, which he still carries with him today. This
Your Honor, there's been no
Rocky was advised by security to carry a prop gun to scare off potential attackers. And by the way, folks, listen to this one. Rocky was licensed to possess firearms and licensed to carry firearms in November of 2021. He was licensed by the state of California. He could have legally had his own firearm. He didn't want to carry a real gun, though. Despite his ability to do so legally, he didn't want to carry a real gun. For fear that he would either injure someone or himself. Again, I want to repeat that. He didn't need to hide a gun, carry an illegal gun. He was licensed to carry a gun in this state. So you're going to learn that in July 2021, a few months before the incident with Relli, Rocky was in a music video with Rihanna that had prop guns in it. The evidence will show you that Rocky took one of them, which he carried as a security measure, as he was advised to do, to scare off potential attackers. And that's exactly what he tried to do with Relli on November 6, 2021. Unfortunately, you hear that Relli was not to be deterred, not scared, because Relli knew that that gun wasn't real. There will be evidence to that effect. And all of Rocky's friends knew that Rocky carried a prop gun for safety. All of them. In fact, the evidence will show you this. That Relli not only told Rocky as much, but he actually called Rocky's bluff and said, shoot me, knowing that he couldn't. With all this laid out, I do want to show you the video and walk you through it with respect to the first encounter. I'm going to play it once, it's quick, and then I want to show you two snippets. Here's the first encounter. That's Relli coming up. Okay, now, there's two things I want to play for you in there. The first thing is, the first person to raise a hand to anyone is Relli. You're going to see when he comes up, initially, that's him, we all agree, in those black pants coming up. First person in the video. You'll see if he goes with his left hand. He raises his hand first. Play that one snippet, Eleanor, please. Boom. Do it again. Boom. He comes comes up with that left hand before Rocky raises his right hand. And how do you know that? Play the next clip, please. He has his hand around Rocky's neck or shoulder, and Rocky's right hand then finally comes up. Boom. This guy has his hands around Rocky's neck or shoulder before Rocky's right hand comes up. Boom. And then you heard and you saw in the video, they're going backwards. Relli, again, who's muttering, you can see that from there, said to the police, yeah, I pulled him back. I pulled him back. They told you, well, Rocky pushed him back. That's not what Relli said. Defies sort of the laws of physics. He outweighs him by almost 100 pounds. Relli pulled him back. And by the way, all the gun pointing to the head, chest, pressed against the stomach would have had to have happened within seconds of that video with that kid Illz in between them. Seconds. You saw none of that on the video. And the second encounter, after that brief altercation by the parking garage, Relli was angry and out of control still. And he wouldn't stop. The evidence will show you that those three guys, Rocky, Illz, and Twelby, walked away. They walked away. There was a map put up here. I don't have one of those. It was nice. It was a map showing where the first thing happened, and then there was a block, and then walk around the block where the second thing happened. That guy followed them around two corners. Around two corners, pursuing them. He hadn't had enough, apparently. They were walking away from him, trying to get away from him. He pursued them around two corners. And the evidence will show you that those guys, Rocky, Illz, and Twelby, tried to get away from him. They tried. You'll hear that, although Relli claimed that Rocky had a real gun, now, Relli not only continued to follow the guy with a real gun, but he followed and yelled at them and berated them and told the Illz, you're a crackhead. And told Twelby, you live in the projects. You're not successful like me. And told Rocky, you're a bitch. So the guy who supposedly pulled a real gun on him, and now apparently someone else has a knife too, and they're running away from him, he's chasing them, antagonizing them, bragging about his own successes. You'll listen to Relli's story about that, ladies and gentlemen. You get to assess the credibility. Because it will continue to unravel. The story will continue to unravel. Even the police questioned him. Why would you continue to follow Rocky after he supposedly pulled a real gun out on you? Said the police to Relli. And you'll hear Relli's answer to the police. I don't know. That was the answer. I don't know. I promise you that answer is going to change in this courtroom. That's what he said initially when asked. And of course he didn't know. He had to say, I didn't know why I followed him. Because he couldn't tell the police the truth that he knew Rocky's gun was a prop gun. Because that wouldn't work for his narrative. One that could actually shoot him. And because he was aware of that fact, Relli continued his aggression. You'll hear that Relli was so angry that he was ready to hit Twelby, according to Relli. You'll hear that he was so angry that he hated Illz, according to Relli. You'll learn that when Relli finally caught up with him around two corners, on the corner of Selma and Vista Del Mar, his anger and hatred came to a boiling point, and he attacked this kid Illz. Attacked him. And make no mistake about it, as the evidence will show you, Relli was the aggressor there as well. And Rocky, again, significantly smaller than Lee, acquired that prop gun, that starter gun, which makes sounds just like a real gun. That's the purpose of it. fired it twice, hoping the sound would be enough to scare off Relli and protect Illz. Wrong. Relli didn't stop. He didn't stop because he knew it was a prop gun, but he didn't stop. And the evidence will show you that after Rocky fired those two warning shots with that prop gun, car alarms went off. Because there was that big parking lot right there where they were. Car alarms went off. I'm sorry that you guys are here. It's hard to look everywhere. So 12E, being sort of sound mind, told Rocky, hey, listen, man, get out of here. The car alarms are going off now. People are going to start coming. Rocky obviously is a public figure, and now people are going to have their attention drawn to this. Get out of here. Rocky listened. He persuaded Rocky to leave the scene. 12E said, I'll check on Illz, because Illz was having a rough go of it. Illz is smaller than Rocky. His face looked after this encounter. It was a hot mess. So you'll hear a different story from Relli. He claims, like I just heard, he claims he grabbed him, Illz, as a human shield. A human shield. Funny, Illz didn't get shot, but he was a human shield. Evidence will show you that's just another lie. It's another lie. The evidence will show you that. You'll see that Relli knew the prop gun couldn't hurt him, first of all. Second, you're going to see that Relli wasn't hiding behind Illz or under Illz. In fact, in the video, if you look carefully and we'll show you, you'll see that Relli's on top of Illz, as they're on the floor, on top of him, punching him. And even after Rocky left the scene, that's important, even after Rocky left the scene and ran, the evidence will show you that Relli continued to attack Illz. A witness will walk you through that. That sort of is a problem for them. I mean, this guy was claimed he was shot at one point, and he is still attacking the guy that he started to attack before there was any warning shots fired. He's still attacking him, not to be deterred by any star pistol or real bullets from him. The DA played you a video here that had that sound, which was a little box in the bottom, and it had sound, or pop. That video was called the sequence surveillance video. The district attorney played on the roll. Funny part about that video is that they cut out that last part of the video. We'll play you the full part. But the part where Illz goes back and attacks, Relli goes back and attacks Illz. They cut that part of that video out. It's not on that sequence surveillance video. They cut out those last 3-4 seconds. That's a problem. Now, this altercation, like the first one around the corner, was also captured on video, but as you saw, that thing is not clear. And I saw some pictures up here earlier. It looked like aliens or something. But it's not clear. But you can make some things out. But even Relli in his testimony said, I really can't tell what happened in that video. So we have to go on his word now. And although the video captured that incident, that was less than half a minute, not particularly clear, the evidence will make clear what happened.